Alright, what is going on, guys? Football's back again, coming into the showcase on the new 1000-year Blood War Chojiro Max Transcended and the T20. And without further ado, let's just get right into it, shall we? Now, I do like this character quite a bit. I think he's pretty cool. I don't think he's like broken or anything like that. I think he's just a very strong farmer. And let me pull up his stuff here. Alright, so going into this character has quite a lot of skills. I'm not gonna lie. Coming from like playing this game back in 2016, these characters went from having like 3 to 4 skills to having 9 to 10, sometimes even 12 to 13, which is insane to me, especially considering with the gauge mechanic, some characters even go up to 15, 16 skills, right? So going into this character, as you'll see here, this character has guard break as well as hit hidden enemies under the same skill. Strong attack recharge minus 12% as a skill, because this character does have a speed droplet drop 30% as his soul trait. He has speed droplets plus 10, so you're guaranteed droplets, which is, in my opinion, really insane. And he has speed links out potions plus 5, and then on top of that, then he gets the speed droplet drop 30%. Keep in mind that the speed droplets plus 10, that skill is completely separate from the speed droplet drop. So say the run drops 10 speed droplets, he will get plus 30% to the original 10, so he'll get 13 from that, plus 10, so he'll get 23 droplets there. The speed links out potions plus 5, pretty static, which is pretty good. Going into the utility skills, we have Havoc 20%, so increase strong attack damage, strong attack area of effect by 20%. Sprinter plus 2, really good for dodging. No long stride, which in my opinion is kind of safer for content like Epic Raid, since this character gives droplets as well as potions. Increased status ailment chance against speed attribute enemies, so he procs his paralysis a lot, and then he has debilitator plus 5 seconds, so his paralysis lasts for 7 seconds, 10 seconds on his ultimate. He has frenzy plus 2 when it comes to his soul bomb, when it comes to his strong attack damage, so he gets times 3 to his strong attack hits. For his soul bomb, he has devastation 60%, so no bombardment, but he has team party technique attribute character special move damage 30%, so your entire team is getting pretty much like built-in weakened defense when it comes to their ultimate, which I think is pretty good. Then by weakened defense, I just mean like everyone's gonna hit much harder with their soul bomb. I probably shouldn't have said that analogy, because now people might think that he has weakened defense. That's not true. Okay, so next, going into the actual damage modifiers that will affect his strong attacks as well as his soul bomb, are gonna be team party technique attribute soul reaper damage to status ailment affected enemies plus 40%. In short, if you proc paralysis, you deal 40% more damage when it comes to your soul bomb, your strong attacks, and your normal attack damage. Next, we have damage to paralyzed enemies 40%. So if the enemy is paralyzed, you get an extra 40% damage on top of that. This Soul Reaper damage to status element affected enemies, 40%, does not mean paralyzed enemies in particular. If you're playing with someone like 1000-year Blood War Tech Yamamoto and you proc burn, your entire team, including Chojiro, will deal an extra 40% damage because that enemy is inflicted with a status ailment, as long as you and your allies are playing with a Soul Reaper. If someone's playing with a Rankar, you will still get the Soul Reaper damage. Should probably be a little more specific, otherwise people are going to try to call me out for misinformation when I'm trying to do my best here, alright? So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Shout out to Hiren for letting me do this showcase. He is a Quincy. He has paralysis on all of his attacks, and he has a very interesting kit. Going into the character links, the bonus abilities, nothing set for the secondary. I don't want to set it. I could do weakened defense. I think that weakened defense would be great for content like Epic Raids, which is pretty much what you're going to be bringing him into. Let's do Lieutenant's Badge, Fortification Pill, and then the Strong Attack Recharge Full Stam links, along with a SAR Sad link here, just because he doesn't have another SAR Full Stam. And I think that's pretty much it. Now, we will calculate as if we do have weakened defense, but since he's probably going to one-shot the enemies in IZ anyways when we start calculating damage, I'm not going to set the skill in case he wants to put long stride on this character, however he wants to play this character. So let's take him into co-op, and let's take him into IT, see what he does there. I'd rather not. Nah, bro. Alright, so... I'm so mean. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. So this character has a 1k shotgun blast here for his first strong attack. I don't think he has status on him. Full screen third. Should be able to hit. I don't like his kit for IT. Oh my god, this is actually quite horrible. Don't tell me the enemies are like freaking immune to paralysis, bro. I feel like the enemies are immune. Enemy resistance per. I hate this game. I hate this game so much sometimes, bro. What is this? Like, why do you give these enemies immunity to status ailments in the first place, bro? This is exactly why I hate, like, characters that don't pick up weaken anymore. Just because at some point, they become completely useless. They did this. This was with Machine Society Nemu when they came out with IT. They were oh my gosh, why? Candace was garbage in IT as well when like IT originally came out because the enemies were immune to paralysis, and those were like supposedly going to be like your best options for those attributes at that time. All right, so let's just do this. Let's do a ×5 run. He's actually, we'll do ×10. He's currently asleep, so I do want to use his ticket so that way he has it counting down. And yeah, so without further ado, let's properly showcase this character in terms of the damage numbers that this guy does. Right. All right, so let's do this, full boosters, and yep, there we go. All right, so his first strong attack will hit 12 times, but unfortunately it's not like the 3k link beam. Pretty sure that completely misses. Yep, there you go. Like, I don't really like this strong attack because even though it hits hard, my issue with it is you also have characters that are like Grimjow with like the thickest beam known to man that'll hit that. Like, this was pretty cool when it came out. I thought it was really good for GQ since it's a bigger width than most beams. But now that we get beams that have a 1000 by 1 like a 3000 by like 1080 freaking beam, bro, and then you have like this character who doesn't really get that same treatment, bro. It's just weird to me, man. It's like giving a character a lunge versus giving them a 18% mag for strong attack. Do like the double flash that triple flash though, I guess I should say. When you proc paralysis, you do get access to that 40% damage. So you saw we did 30k to that enemy in particular versus the 17k elsewhere. And he does hit hard. It's just, dang, the enemies in IT are immune to paralysis, bro. 18k versus 10k. I don't believe that we have heals. I really dislike this. But I think we might have heals on Gin. No? That's okay. Yeah, that should be fine. 17k. Alright, I give up. I'm trying to proc his damn paralysis so that we can test out the damage, but I mean, it's neither here nor there. Let's just pop our soul bomb here, see what we deal here. Boom. 160,000, 173k. We'll take the 173k. I think that's a cuter number. Oh, it's a larger number. I like my numbers thick, you know what I'm saying? 173,000 as his base. Let's bring out his skills here. Chojiro's right here. Okay, so going into his actual soul bomb damage, right? We get access to the technique attribute Soul Reaper status ailment affected, right? So we're gonna take the original, look at this, 173,000. We're gonna multiply this by 1.3, assuming that this character gets weakened defense, which usually I'm going to see that because of epic raids, I believe. So we're going to multiply the 1.3. We're going to give him times 1.4 because we proc paralysis after we deal our soul bomb, the initial soul bomb. We're going to multiply this by 1.4 again for the technique attribute Soul Reaper damage. This does affect your soul bomb as well as your strong attacks to status element affected enemies plus 40%. And this is going to get multiplied times 3 because the technique attribute character special move damage and the devastation has already been calculated into this 173k. Keep in mind the 173k is without killer. We will calculate in killer in a bit. So we're going to get the times 3 here for the amount of hits that a normal soul bomb actually deals, plus the initial 173,000 multiplies by 1.6, and this is the move with killer, 2.4 million. Not really the craziest soul bomb damage, but it's still very, very good. I was playing with a Retsu and she had like, I think like 5.2 million, something along the lines of that. So 5.2 million divided by 1.5, right? Because like the enemies there, like weaken gives you an extra 50% damage. So she, like, if she had paralysis instead of weaken, she'd be dealing roughly like 3.4 million. So 2.4 million is not necessarily bad. Don't forget that she also gets times 2 damage to her soul bomb, which is stupid. So she would be dealing like 1.7 if it wasn't for her times 2 damage and her weaken damage. I still think weaken is such a strong status element. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So let's do another run, except this time I'm just gonna try to calculate in the amount of damage that we would normally deal with his strong attacks. I do like his soul bomb. I feel like his soul bomb is cleaner than the original Chojiro that we got, like back in the day. And he also got a better killer, which actually it's not that much of a better killer, but it's alright. $10K on that. 17K. So 17K. Let's pause this. Let's take the 17,000 right here. Multiply this by 9 because he has frenzy plus 2. Let's bring this up. Frenzy plus 2 equals 153k. This is on the really, really low side though. Oh, times 1.6, right? We don't have killer. 244k. Oh yeah, that's more reasonable, but this is still, I'm not gonna lie, this still feels really low. This probably would hit for a bit harder. Actually, this would be like 275k if we had a third full stamina damage boost. What is it called? A full stamina damage boost link, since we do have a Soifon equipped, which is strong attack damage 16% instead of full stam 16%. So I mean, I guess there's that. This character is also a farmer, so I guess you don't need him to be dealing crazy amounts of damage. But let's be real here. Would be nice, right? Third strong attack, 17.6k. Not too much more than the original 17k. Should be able to grab that. Yeah, the range on his strong attacks are not that great, in my opinion. But if you're just... that's my issue, right? It's like, but if you're just farming epic raids, like... sometimes you don't want to just farm epic raids, especially if you max Transcended unit. You'll definitely, like, carry hard in epic raids. I did try to do the new ultimate epic raids, and I got clapped with this character, but that's because I don't know the fight. Alright, so we can't properly bring up, we can't properly bring up his combo because he actually kills faster than he like normal. So let's do the 17.6k. This is going to be multiplied by 1.6 for the killer, multiplies by 12 for the amount of hits that you deal with the third strong attack at 337k. It's not really like the craziest stuff, but like say you were to proc the paralysis upon like the third hit, for example, you're gonna be dealing like what, divided by 12 times 9 times 1.4 times 1.4, and then you're gonna add in 28, 601, 3, right? Like you're gonna be dealing like 581k, and he does have the increased status element chance, so it's very likely that he's gonna proc his paralysis. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility that you're gonna want to calculate in like an extra 60 to 70% more damage to the numbers that we've shown here today, right? So like the 337k, you might want to add like an extra 60%. Actually, you know what? Divided by 337,920 is it 60%? 70 per, there you go, 72%, right? So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that this character is going to do very, very well, especially in farming content. My problem with this character really is he didn't get increased, he didn't get like super link slot potions +5, which I get. It's not that big a deal. You could use them in epic raids, but when I get a farmer and I expect people to summon for a farmer, you want that farmer to do a little more than just farm one type of content. Sure, you can take him into IZ, sure you can take him into stuff, but I think where he's really going to shine is these co-op events, like this anniversary co-op event, where this character is able to literally just guarantee you droplets consistently, right? When you do a ×5 run, you're getting 100%, you're getting at least 50 speed droplets every single run. And as KLab drops more of these characters, I could see these characters becoming quote-unquote necessary. And by necessary, I'm saying this with hand quotes, because you'll always have those bitches who will be like, you need to bring your droplet +10 character and your link slot potion +5 character, and then you want the +5 links across the board. And I want all links, and I kind of despise that. I get why people would want it. I understand. Caleb kind of made this hostile work environment. Like if I go into here and you see only Chojiro and Prey, 50% bonus only, I'm fine with the bonus only. But like you'll see here, like people are like, there's so many Choji. I'm surprised if you don't have like a Choji mod over here. Like where's the mod? 50% bonus and Crystal Link, like only Chojiro 888 BBS ticket luck, bro. Ain't no way. But y'all get the idea. Like as Caleb releases these farming characters, they end up becoming kind of like crutches, which I really dislike. And I don't mean crutches like in a bad way. It's just like, actually no, that's a lie. I don't mean crutches in the normal sense. I just dislike the idea that you can't just go into hard content like IT and play the character you want and be okay with it, right? Like if I go into join, so it's gonna be like potions, like mod carry super potions, right? Maybe some 10th seat or some crap. To be fair, no one's really farming this because of the co-op event. I feel like everyone's gonna be farming the co-op event. If anything, that's why you see all the Chojiros. But like what I say stands, like just based on joining the rooms. Like half the lobbies are literally like Chojiro, get them while they're young. You know what I'm saying? Like these fucking these EDP groomers, like it's just kind of annoying to see. But I mean, it is what it is. Like they're the ones that are doing the rooms. My recommendations: feel free to join the Discord. Is this my deck? No, this ain't my deck. I have a deck with my guild. A trap, a BB. I want to join your lobby. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much how all it's gonna be. What do I think of this Chojiro? Honestly, I feel like at 1 out of 5, I think he's just fine. At 5 out of 5, I think he's honestly, I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's as broken as a lot of these other max transcended desirable characters are, right? Like Retsu is just absolutely freaking insane. Gin, I like Gin a bit more than this Chojiro. Grimmjow, I don't know how I feel about the Grimmjow, to be honest. Like if you compare it to Chojiro, I like Chojiro more. But overall, do I think he's a great character? Yeah, I do. And if you pull him, I think that you like good on you. I'll definitely try to do. I'll probably do 2 steps instead of the normal 1 on his individual banner. I'm kind of done summoning on the main banner just because I don't really care for Yamamoto and I just want Chojiro. But yeah, those are my overall thoughts on the camera, on the character. Shout out to Hyrin for allowing me to review this character and record a showcase, which is why I said camera. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. It's just Grind. I'll catch up. Stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. I'll see you next one. Peace.